Package delivery.
Wait, what? Who are you? Why are you in my house?
Oh, I'm with Amazon.
Thanks, I guess? Gosh, you can't deny their service, though. It is convenient. All right, Chloe, today we're doing something a little bit different. Last time you knew the figure that we were opening. This time, you don't know who this is. Do you know who this is?
It says Dragon Blaster.
It does say Dragon Blaster
Is
because
it
it's a third-party company, which means that they can't actually put the real name on it.
Is it named Dragon Blaster?
Let me fix this. There we go.
Is it named Dragon Blaster?
Nope. Now let's get it out of the shipper box, and then we'll go from there. All right, Chloe. You don't know who it is yet. I took it out of the shipper box, so now you can come over and see who we're dealing with here. Who's that? You're too short, you can't see?
No, I can barely see it because of the big picture. Goku?
Well, yeah, that's Goku. But which one?
Super Saiyan 3?
Yeah! High five. Alright, my first reaction for this is that it's absolutely massive. And I'm sure you guys have already heard this before. I got this pretty late. A lot of people already got this like a month or two ago. So, the truth is, I wasn't going to get it. And it's because I already have Super Saiyan 3 Goku. I have the shitty re-release of the Ssj3 Arts Super Saiyan 3 Goku. And I love Super Saiyan 3 Goku's form. When I was a kid, him turning Super Saiyan 3 was one of the biggest events of my life, of everybody's life back then. At the time, people were talking about it at school. The kids that were in the know about the Japanese anime and the fact that it had already aired in Japan were telling me, oh, that's the next episode. It's the next episode that he finally turns Super Saiyan 3 against Buu. So this was like a highly anticipated event. So Super Saiyan 3 has always been a form that I really like because it's very unique. It's a little bizarre, right? Not having eyebrows and stuff. So this is the Ssj3 Arts Super Saiyan 3. They re-released this. They could have updated the body, but bitching about Bandai at this point is like bitching about like politics. It's like things never really change. But let's get him out of this massive box and take a closer look. Okay, you guys, so I got him out of the box here. And again, I'm just immediately blown away. Same thing with the Demoniacal Fit Ssj4 Gogeta that I reviewed last week. The only reason I ended up getting this is because of the display stand, the Dragon display stand. Because like I said, I already have Super Saiyan 3 Goku, and I'm not this person that's like needlessly collecting. Like, I know there are people that are completionists and they collect every variation of every character released by every company. I'm not really like that, you know. I have other things that I collect besides figures, so I kind of try to budget where I can and collect accordingly. But this stand, this beast of a stand, is really what sold it to me, because now I can use this also for Super Saiyan 4 Goku. So it's multi-purpose and it's gorgeous. I mean, geez, let's get a better view on it. It's just so well done. I mean, I hope third-party companies keep operating with impunity, that they're never interrupted and raided or shut down, because again, Bandai isn't giving us stuff like this. You know, they're coasting off of their giant brand recognition at this point. So this is the free market truly at work. It's a beautiful thing where competition enters the market, and hopefully all of this competition out on the market is going to push Bandai to do better. So we get official releases, officially licensed releases rather, that are good, that are on level, that are on par with stuff like this. All right, so there's the base, and let's zoom out a little bit. I didn't get the extra faceplate, which was kind of annoying because they gave the pre-order bonus was his side-eye faceplate, which obviously is iconic. I mean, that was like the first time we actually see Super Saiyan 3 Goku. You know, he goes Super Saiyan 3 and then he menacingly turns his head like it's on, bitch. So we have the extra hands here, the clear plastic stand. So let me get all this out. It's funny because I noticed that even with little things like the clear plastic stand here, it fits so snugly together, which is what it's supposed to be. It's how it's supposed to fit. If you notice, even official stands like this here is an official Bandai stand, and it sucks. This thing, if I'm displaying a character, falls out all the time, right? All the time. So if I'm not very careful, if I try to put somebody in a flying pose in my display and I try to put them up high, I have to be very wary and make sure that I'm doing it right and that I place it just right so that it's not going to fall off and then potentially break half of my collection, cause a domino effect where everything falls and dies. All right, I got everything out now and displayed nicely, and you know, I'm impressed. There are a couple QC little things, nothing crazy. This foot seems a tiny bit loose. This one seems okay, but this one is definitely a little bit more loose than it should be. That's an easy fix for me, though. And like I said, I'm mostly buying this one, even though I love Super Saiyan 3 Goku, but I'm mostly buying it for the stand, you know? But it's the same stuff that you can expect with these third-party figs at this point. These companies like Demoniacal Fit and Tonsen or Kamione, Kong, Beast Deity, whatever you want to call all these companies, but they all do a really phenomenal job in their own right. So I'm going to actually pop his halo out. I'm actually not a big fan of the halo when I display the Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Articulation is on point. The hair here. Let's go ahead, you know what? Bring the SH Figure Arts into this. It's funny, when I was younger, I remember collecting the older Dragon Ball figures, and sometimes they would do the gold hair. Like, there was a special variant Gohan that came with like a spaceship, and he had gold hair, and to me that was like a huge selling point. I was like, I love the idea of painting their hair gold. But now, I like the matte yellow look much better, actually. So there's much more detail on the Demoniacal Fit. The Demoniacal Fit is much more articulated. And it's not loose either, which is great. So it's pretty sturdy. The facial expressions, I think, probably look better on the Demoniacal Fit too. Even this cursory comparison, this glance here with both of them, it's like insane. Obviously, if SH Figure Arts does a re-release, they're probably going to step their game up. They're going to re-release them on the 4.0 body. But my thing is, why even bother re-releasing the Super Saiyan 3 Goku if they're not going to do any updates to him? If they're not going to improve on him at all? They will do a slight color change on hair and re-release the figure, and that's it. But also the fans eat it up. That's probably why they keep doing it. So you have your standard stuff here. Here's all the accessories that he comes with. Testing out his articulation a little bit. It's the standard stuff that you can expect, right, from a quote-unquote premium figure at this point. I guess one thing that bothers me is you can see the connection here on his torso. Do a little zoom in. Right there next to his neck. So little aesthetic things like that kind of bothers me. He has it on both sides there. But in the grand scheme of things, there's not a lot to complain about here, you know? But at this point, this Super Saiyan 3 Goku is sick. If you don't have a Super Saiyan 3 Goku and you're trying to decide to get, you know, between this one and the SH Figure Arts one, this one is actually a little more expensive because of the base, because of the stand that you're getting. So I would pay the extra 20 bucks is the price difference as of now, and just get this crazy awesome stand with it, which you can use for, like I said, this for Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Let me get Gogeta in on this. As of now, actually, this Demoniacal Fit Gogeta is my favorite figure in my collection. Like, hands down. The quality is insanely good. No issues with him, and I've had him for over a week now, and I haven't found any flaws. And Gogeta's always been one of my favorite characters. Iconic character, one of the GOATs. Let's put him next to Super Saiyan 3 Goku here. That's really all I have to say about this guy. You know, I'm not going to do a thorough review of all the articulation that he has, because at this point, I mean, you should know this. If you're collecting these things, you can expect the full range of articulation, the motion. When it comes to his neck, that is one thing. It's hard to get him in a direct flying pose. because of the hair kind of hindering that. So I'm not really mad at that. I'm not planning to do any crazy poses with him in that sense. But all the other stuff that really matters to me is good. Like I said, I like the faceplates, the accessories, the hands, the stand. But you get the full range of motion with this guy, 100%. So I think that he is a fantastic figure. Some people are swapping his head out for the Kong Studios, I think, Super Saiyan 3 Goku head, which looks really good too. I think they won in terms of the actual head sculpts and the hair. But this thing is nuts. And at this point, it's become a little ritual of mine since I've gotten back into collecting recently, where I probably order something about once a week, which is cool. Because it's exciting to wait for packages in the mail. I'm sure everybody understands that. There's nothing better than when you get home from work or from a long day of school, whatever it might be, and that package is waiting on your doorstep. Or in this case, it's delivered to you while you're sitting on the toilet by an invasive Amazon delivery person. So that being said, let's do some poses with this guy and wrap this video up. You know, it's funny, looking at both of these together right now, actually, the official release on the right looks like the knockoff to me. Right? That one, if I didn't know anything about these companies or these figures, I would assume the one on the right is the KO.